Welcome to today's video. This video is going to be interesting because I'm going to be speaking about how to put an offer together or a service that aligns with your business. If you feel like inside you have so many skills or you have knowledge in so many different things, but you don't know how to put it together. And if you're like me, I have worked in so many different jobs. I've been a real estate agent. I have worked in retail. I run my own agency. There's just so many different things I've picked up along the way. And time comes whereby I have accumulated all this information and all this knowledge, and I have no idea how to put it together and come up with an offer or product or service that I feel so confident about, and also that it aligns with the offer. I mean, it aligns with my strength and my passion. So if you're like me and you're multi-passionate person that has picked up so many different informations in different places, and you're like, how do I provide something that is of value? Because I feel like, and you're tired of, let's say, throwing things at the wall and you're hoping that it sticks because you're like, oh, I could be good at this. Or someone comes through and say, hey, Alan, can you do this for me? Can you come and work on this project that is, it's a strategy or creative or frameworks, whatever it could be. And you're like, I have all this knowledge, but I have no idea how I could focus on one thing, because a master of all is a master of none. So here's where I come in. I've come up to this video. I'm gonna kind of like share the steps that you can go through or you can use to create something, create an offer or create a service or product that really aligns with your strengths and your passion. And in this case, we will start from here. I've really put something down so that I make sure that I'm not missing out anything that I need to share. So what is, in this case, because we're working online, so I'll speak directly to what is a digital offer. I would really describe or define a digital offer as something that you sell online to share your knowledge or your skills or expertise. That is what a digital offer is. And then there's just so many different kind of digital offers. There is PDF guides, there is courses, there's programs, and there is also coaching. These different types of offers. Oh, I forgot another one is memberships. Yes, that's also online. So, you look at people doing all these things and you're like, how do I begin to do this? How do I pinpoint something that I can create and can change someone's life, something that is of value, and I can offer to another person and they can actually pay me for it? But how do I put it together so that it makes sense, so that I can be able to make money out of it and also create something that is predictable? Income stream that is predictable, that is also something that you can teach to another person. This is how we're going to do it. This is how we're going to do it, because you don't know. You could be a pro that wants to connect with people and building community while you also sharing your expertise. That is beautiful. That is probably falls within the course. So as for me, I love teaching, I love coaching, I love just to share. I love that one-on-one experience. I love that closed group feeling of just sharing and teaching people. And at the end of the day, we can get out of it whereby someone really has something beautiful to share, or they've gotten something out, actionable results or actionable tasks that they can go back and just like execute and then come back and then just, get the results that we want. So in this case, you have to write down what type of offer that interests you the most through the four ones, which is a PDF guide, course, coaching, or membership, between those four. But you're asking yourself, how can okay, Alan, I know these are the different types of offers that someone can showcase their expertise and their skills and their, information and wow someone. But how do I get to that part? How do I get to create a course? How do I get to create a coaching program? How do I get to create a PDF guide? Because I have all these things that I want to do, but I don't know if they're going to be interesting or they're going to be viable to another person. So that's where we begin to brainstorm. I need you to brainstorm on two things. What are your top skills? And the second one is, what are your top interests? And if you're like me, when you ask me those questions, my mind will run crazy in so many different directions because you're like, I'm still figuring out who I am, but also at the same time, it doesn't make sense. And this is where I invite you to write things down. So skills, for example, I'll give you a few things to think about. Skills could be, public speaking, it could be writing, it could be website development, it could be project management, it could be sales, SEO, photography, problem solving, teaching, marketing strategy, customer service, copywriting, video editing, social media. There's just so many different skills. I need you to start from there. Start to brainstorm from the skill sets that you have. Put them down. Don't leave out anything, even cooking. If it's cooking, put it in. Like anything that you think, any skill that you think that you have, and you're like, I'm not sure if this will be viable. I need you to write it down. Don't leave out anything. Okay. Then interests. I'm gonna give you some examples for interests where you can to jumpstart your brainstorming. So this could be reading, it could be hiking, it could be travel, it could be fashion, it could be yoga, podcasting, mental health, gardening, animal care, fitness, healthy living, home decor, personal development, running, sustainable living. It could be so many different things, blogging, those interests. So I need you to write them down as well. Don't leave anything out, even something that you may think of and you're like, oh, this is stupid. I don't think this would be interesting enough for someone to give me a chance so that I can provide value or teach them so that they can get the outcome or the transformation they're looking for. But I need you to trust me. Write down anything, even though you think it's stupid, write it down. Okay? And then what we're going to do with your offer is going to come from your skills, your interests, offer type, which we've mentioned four of them. Then it's going to be your offer, right? And if you don't know, if you're asking yourself, I don't know where to start, Alan. So this is where I need us to work with ChatGPT to come up with ideas. So here's the prompt that I can give, right? And I'm going to be reading from my screen because I wrote it down. So here you can say, I want to create a bracket type of offer that I can sell online. My top skills are, you list them. My interests are, you list them. Don't leave out anything, even though it's 20, 30, 40. Put all of them down. Okay? Full stop. Please create a list of 15 types of offers. So in this case, you put in the type of offer that you're going for. Is it coaching? Is it membership? Is it a PDF guide? You put it in the bracket. You put it down. And then I could create based on this information. I'll put the prompt here on the screen so that you guys can have it. And then you can use that. But after working with ChatGPT, it will give you all the good stuff. And in this case, ChatGPT, as I keep on saying, guys, AI isn't, it's intelligent, but it needs a human collaboration. Right. So out of those 15 lists from what you've given it, it's going to give you great examples or great ideas. Trust me, they're really going to be good. At least it's going to get you from 0 to 5 or from one stage to another. At least you're not going to be on zero. It's something that you can use. So in this case, go through them, look at which one makes sense, and choose the best three. If you choose from the best three and you're like, oh, I love these ones, I need you to go and ask a friend or ask someone that is close to you, and you're like, hey, what do you think about this? Right? And then they'll come back to you, and you're like, oh, I like this. But at the end of the day, there is no right or wrong answer. In this case, I need you to follow your North Star, right? Because usually we don't follow our North Stars because we're like, oh, we want to make money faster. But at the end of the day, people feel that energy. If you are selling something that you're not confident in, someone will feel that energy. And when they feel that energy, they'll feel that hesitation. They'll feel so many different emotions coming out of you. They'll feel the desperation. And if they do feel that, I don't think someone will buy from you. So choose something that you feel confident, something that you feel grounded. It may feel stupid, like, oh, we're so good at, feeding off from the dopamine of like, I want to make a lot of money. But in this case, I need you to start small, as small as you can. I need you to start as small as you can. Start small and then build that proof of concept. But right now, at least you don't have your skill sets and your passions, and you're so confused from where you need to begin. I've given you something to start from. I've given you that roadmap to use so you can start from there and push it to the next level. The sky's the limit. But at the end of the day, you'll come out of this process or this framework with a clear offer that you can and you only can teach, which is so unique, and create something that someone else is gonna buy because you are in the business of changing people's lives. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, subscribe, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Cheers.